Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're back on Project C1 today because we're upgrading the door speakers. Now in order to do that, first and foremost I have to upgrade the door cards because the ones that I've got don't actually have space for speakers. So I spoke to Ash Carter at Jelly Snake Motorsport, got some nice new ones and I've painted them with something called PIO. It's a product by Buzz Weld. And it's really good. It's a satin black, it's called Plastic in One, and you just give it a scuff, give it a clean, give it a couple of coats, looks amazing. So I've done that to the door cards. They look fantastic. It's really hard wearing as well, and I've also got some speakers for them, very similar to the ones that I put in the back of the C1. And while I was at it as well, I thought I'd get myself some tweeters. So I'm going to put those in the A-pillar as well. The A-pillars have also been painted with PIO. So yeah, let's go and start stripping out the door cards and the A-pillars and we'll see how we get from there. Okay, so we've got the speakers in the door cards now. They're not securely fastened properly just yet, and I'm probably going to put some anti-vibration foam around the mating surface of the door card and the actual speaker itself, but they're held on for now, just for trial fitting purposes. I do have some of the original wiring adapters. I am going to adapt those a little bit so we can fit some more into the tweeters as well. They have their own internal passive crossovers as well. So let's go and take the door cards off and see what we need to do to run some wire. Okay, so these are the tweeters then. They come with their own little dome-shaped housing. 3 little holes on the back. I think they're M6. Got some sticky pads and some screws. The wiring adapters come with an inbuilt passive crossover as well. And the actual tweeters themselves, you can flush mount them if you wanted to, or you can mount them into the dome, which I intend to do. This wiring I'm going to splice into this wiring, which will go to the door speakers, but that will come from the speakers that are already in the dash as well. So it's going to go from dash speaker to an external adapter that I'm going to fabricate, which has got connectors for the dash speaker to go into the car wiring loom, to go into these, and also to go into this cable, which will go down to the door speakers. They will have these in line, so there's some little pieces there that I can add some electrical connectors to. They plug into those and they will get mounted on the A-pillar, very much in the style of the originals actually. So they will kind of go, it won't actually work at this moment in time because I've got the wiring sticking out, but they will sit in those domes, and the domes will be attached to the A-pillars. So they'll look almost factory, apart from the fact that it says Alpine on it. So yeah, let's go and get the A-pillars off and have a go at that. Right, so I've got the A-pillar out, and I've got the tweeter apart in pieces as well. What I did was I had the tweeter together, and in order to do that, the cable runs through the big hole that sits in there, that goes over the top and locks in. I had that on while it was in the car. I had it roughly in a position that looks about right. So what I did was I marked around it very roughly, and as you might be able to see in there, you can see the pen marks with the red permit pen, and that's where I'm going to drill. So I'm going to drill those holes, apply some adhesive on the back, stick that down, and on the other side we'll have some M6 bolts, of which I have many. Some M6 bolts holding that in. Tweeter goes in, wiring goes through, and the actual adapter unit will probably just be, again, double adhesives up on the side there, just so it's out of the way. And that should be good. So let's have a go at that, shall we? Okay, so that's one installed. So you can imagine the A-pillar standing up like that. The tweeter will sit sort of facing the driver, kinda. I did abandon the idea of using the self-adhesive pads because, I'll be honest, they were shit. But that's on, that's cool. If we flip to the other side, they are nice and securely bolted in. The crossover unit is stuck to the inside and that's not moving anywhere. The reason why I did it so that the speaker cables are pointing it that way instead of this way is because there's plenty of room to get these cables in. I'm going to tidy those up in a bit, probably with a bit of heat shrink maybe, and it's these ones that I wanted to point down because these are the ones that are going to go under the dash, which is this end. These are the ones that's going to have the connectors on. I'm going to go into the little splice loom that I'm going to fabricate in a bit, and they'll plug in and that'll send all the stereo signal up to here. That'll filter out everything bar the high frequency, so it's a high pass filter, down through here and out to the speaker. So everyone's happy. So I'll do the other side off camera because you don't need to see that, and then we will work out how the wiring loom adapter is going to have to be manufactured, and then we'll install the door cards and stuff like that and everyone will be good. So yeah, great. Okay, so off camera, I've been busy. This end of the cable goes down to the door. I've measured. It's raining, so you know. This end of the cable goes into the existing speaker that's in the dash. Then there's a split into there. This end goes into the car's wiring loom, and then there's a split again, and that sends the signal up to the tweeter, which, as we saw earlier, is installed. So it's a little convoluted. I know this isn't the best method of building a sound system. For a start, I'm using regular copper cable. I should be using oxygen-free cable. I am not building a competition system. I am building something that will send the signal from one place to another. So speaker, car's loom, tweeter, happy days. Right, so as soon as the weather picks up, I can get the door card off and I can route all this cable and we can install everything. So yeah, it's forecast to rain for a couple of days, so we'll see how it goes.
Several days later.
Okay, so this is the wiring harness that I've made. It's something that I mentioned earlier on in the video, but I've made a few changes to it. So first and foremost, this is the speaker end. This goes into the speakers in the door card, which is behind me right there. The same fitment, just there. One small, one large, all good. So same as that goes through the door grommet into the door itself, into the speaker. This, using cable fish, which if you've ever used one of those, it's like a coil spring, goes through the door grommet up into the dash, up to behind the speaker. This is where we come to here. Now, me being me, because I get a bit gung-ho sometimes, I'm a bit of an idiot, I put female connectors on there at first, thinking that the car's wiring loom had a male connector. It doesn't, it's the other way around, so I had to cut these off, put some males on, so it'll mate into the female side of the car's wiring loom. I've put some heat shrink on to protect everything, and then that will go into the speakers currently in the dash, and that will go up to the tweeter in the A-pillar. So the wind and the rain has finally abated, so let's get the harness, let's get that, and a knife, because I'll need to put a little nick in the rubber boot, and let's get on with it. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this, we're going to take the door card off first. Involved in that, you remove this plastic piece, which is a bit wedged on because I wrapped it in like a faux Alcantara type thing. It just pulls off like that. There are 3 screws. There is one here, one here, you see that, and then there's one there. Okay, I did promise myself when I wrapped this that I would at some point steam it and straighten it all out, but it's been 2 years, never got around to it. Didn't work. Once we've done that, I'll remove the aluminium pin, remove that, it just unscrews off, and then literally just yank on the door. Okay, it'll just pull off because it's on pop clips. Then there's 2 little squeeze clips under here. This comes out, then you undo the wiring from the switch, pull the door off. The little pop clips that hold the actual door panel on, see if I can find some. Oh, that didn't work. It's coming off anyway, but yeah, those sort of things, they'll need to come off. They just pull out, I believe, like that, and they'll need to go into the new door card. So yeah, let's take this off, run the wiring through here, take this panel off, run the wiring up behind the dash, take this grill off, take that speaker out, take the A-pillar off, and we can run all the wiring where it needs to be. So yeah, this bit is the awkward bit. This bit, don't like it. It's tight. It's doable, but it's tight. And I say that because I've already installed the driver's side one. I did it as a practice run. So yeah, let's have a look, see what we can do with the passenger side, eh? Well, that all looks factory. Like I said earlier, apart from the fact that it says Alpine, change the, there we go. Apart from the fact that it says Alpine, that kind of looks factory really. You wouldn't tell that there's wire going down behind this panel that I've put back, or through the rubber grommet in the door, or anything. That looks cool. So I think it's time we play some copyright-free music and test it. Right, so I've got some copyright-free music. It's whatever that is, you can't see it. Savic, whatever. So let's play it. Let's skip to a bit that actually has some tunes to it. Well, that for an install was fairly quick and easy. The only bit that took the time was all the faffing about. So installing the tweeter and the A-pillar didn't take long, it was just a faff. You could have just stuck it, but the sticky pads were, like I said, a bit shit. So you could use like VHB tape, like 3M tape, that sort of thing, but I chose to just put a hole through it, bolt it, done. I did all the painting of the door cards off camera. I've had those painted for a couple of months actually. Removed the OEM speaker. It's just plastic welded in there. Just drill it out. It looks good. It looks factory. I like it. Apart from the fact that it says Alpine on it, I think it looks really good. I did pick some copyright-free music that had some high, mid, and low frequency ranges in it. The best that I could anyway. Link to that is down below in the description. And I pointed the camera with the gun mic at each individual speaker to try and highlight the sound quality that it's going through. But it is a crap mic, so apologies for that. Just take my word for it. It's pretty good. I've got a media degree. I know these things. It's been a while since I've used it though. So yeah, it's actually really good. It sounds amazing for what it is anyway. I mean, for a budget install, I mean, these were off AliExpress. Or Temu, one of them. They were an introductory offer. They were about £13. These Pioneer, good brand, not the best brand. And like I said when I made the cable harness for it, I'm not using premium stuff. I'm not using oxygen-free cable. I'm not using gold-plated connectors, that sort of thing. I'm not building a competition build. I'm just building something that will sound better than the factory, and I think I've achieved that. Coupled with the subwoofer under the passenger seat, the speakers in the rear, the door speakers, the tweeters, the mids in the dash, I think I'm at a point now where I'm happy with it. It's Bluetooth, I can take calls and things like that, I can stream music to my head unit, I can play CDs in there, I can plug an aux in there, so I can use my old iPod. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And if you're happy with it and you like it, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTubey good stuff. Tell the algorithm that you like the stuff that I'm putting out, and it'll push it out to other people, get me more views and subscribers. Bueno. While you're there, you can also follow me on Instagram, down here at the bottom, at DabDIY. Go and see what I'm up to. There should be some pictures of this install on Instagram at the moment. Go follow me. I've not got very many followers, so go follow me. You can also buy me a coffee as well, links in the description if you found some value out of it. Feel no pressure, just helps to run the channel if you do. Then we've got all the other sponsors. So we've got TSA Performance first and foremost. First sponsor of the channel, long time sponsor. They do great things for your 1KR engine. Go follow them on Instagram. We've got Form 7 Performance. So basically any part for any car, and if they haven't got it, they'll try and get it, so just drop them a message. We've also got a discount code on screen for them as well, so if you do end up going buying something from there, use that code, get a discount, never pay full price. Speaking of never paying full price, we've got a discount code for X8R as well. The cold and wet weather is with us now, so If you don't already have a leak, chances are you will get one, so get yourself a seal kit. I did it last year. It has been bone dry since. It is brilliant. So go show them some love, go get yourself a seal kit, stop yourself driving around in a swimming pool. Or get some fish, whichever. We also have Mishimoto. I know I say it every time, I need to speak to Mishimoto. I need to really pull my finger out and get this turbo conversion done, or a supercharge, or whatever it is that I'm going to go down. I've got the turbo, but a supercharger would be cool. And for that, I'll need cooling. So Cool by Mishimoto is a thing. That's basically what they do. So go show them some love on Instagram. And also, while you're there, go visit Blossom Automotive as well. They did the sticker pack. We've got plans for more sticker stuff for Liz's Mark II. So subscribe for that. Like I said then, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified next time I drop a video, and I'll see you then.